What's happening, family? It's Cast Sports again. Back for another afternoon with my people. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people that just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. That's all. This cast, hashtag JBT, Mike Masvick, Remo, hashtag Let's Talk Fashion, hashtag JBT. Welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, the Box Storia. This is the Wednesday afternoon edition. Yep, the old hump day edition. Midweek. How's everybody doing this Wednesday afternoon? Another good one this morning, Remo. Another good one. Excuse me for 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Pro Box tonight. We got a card Friday, card Saturday, big boxing week. I'm going to give a little preview of Pro Box about 2:30. And a little change in plans today. I decided to just start the talking about the history of the decades, just start off fresh on Monday. So today we're going to talk about multiple world champions, okay? And guys that won belts in 2, 3, and 4 different weight divisions. Like the guy on the profile went through 8, right? Went through 8 divisions. Amanda Serrano's been through 7, and there's somebody else that's right up there 7 too. I forgot who it was. Yeah, but that's what we're going to be doing today. And later on in the show, time permitting, we're going to talk about some brother combinations in sports. You know, like the Klitschko brothers, the Spinks brothers, Juan Marquez and Rafael Marquez, those brothers. Yeah, we're going to talk about some brother combinations. The Corey brothers from back in the day, always getting beat up. They did have that in common. They always got beat up, all 3 of them. But that's what we're going to be doing today. But they fought in the golden era of the heavyweights too, so yeah. They competed. And yeah, I can't wait till this weekend to get these fights. To get to see these fights. I'm looking forward to Rolly and Pitbull the most. Yeah. That'll probably be the fight of the week. Oscar Valdez and Liam Wilson. That's the headliner Friday. Of course, like I've been saying, they got the women's undisputed fight on the card. Denise Estrada, Yokasta Valet. That's strawweight 105. But good to see everybody again today. Always proud to have everybody in the building with me, talking this history. As you know, it's a weekday, 2 o'clock. It's going to be Cast Sports, talking history, right? So that's what we're doing. And remember, it's the Pro Box week. So I'm going to go over that today. But how's everybody doing today? This Wednesday, middle of the week, over the hump day, all downhill from here. Yeah. Don't forget, there's another JBT meeting this weekend at 1 o'clock. have so much to talk about in the morning until I get on here. Everything just goes away. It's a blank. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, talking about some of these multiple weight champions we've had over the years. You know, Manny had that 8, and that's when the PED talk and all that started up, you know. Because he came a long ways, man, and he brought that power, speed, everything with him, every step of the way, every division he went through. What his blazing hand speed and his power with him, okay? So, that's when the PED talk came in, you know. Then we went to first fight with Floyd around 2009, 2010, man, he wouldn't take the test. He said he was scared of needles. But he had an awful lot of tattoos for somebody that was afraid of needles. Yeah. But Freddie Roach said it wasn't exactly the needle. It was like seeing his blood go up into the needle, you know. I guess on the blood test, that's what he would have had to look at. But I've never had a tattoo. You know, I guess you don't see your blood going up into the needle on the tattoo. That was the excuse Freddie Roach came up with. When people said, well, how's he afraid of needles and he got all these tattoos? Freddie Roach said, well, it's not the needle, it's the blood going up into the tube or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know. The man was never caught for using PEDs, so he get credit for me for being an 8 division world champion. That's the record. But Amanda got 7 and she's still active. She could pass him. She could get up there through 2 more divisions. Al Booger in the building. What's up, Al Booger? We had a change in plans. We're not going to be talking about decades till next week. We're going to talk about multiple weight world champions today. And then we're going to talk about some brother combination that box. You know, like the Spinks, Klitschko's, Mayweather's. That's more like a family because, well, Roger and Floyd Sr. were brothers that boxed. Now, Jeff Mayweather, is he Floyd's brother or uncle? I don't know. But yeah, we're going to talk about some brother combinations, Spinks brothers. Juan Marquez and Rafael Marquez. 2 pretty good brothers. Yeah. Pro Box tonight. Week 4 stuff. Yeah. The big one Saturday, Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora, the Towering Inferno. I know we wanted it to be Keith and Tim, but it's not. So Sebastian is an adequate replacement. I still can't get over a man getting knocked out in one fight and then the very next fight fighting for a world championship. But that's boxing today, man. You don't have to earn nothing. You can go in there and get knocked on your ass, knocked out in one fight. Then the very next fight, you get a title shot. Where they do that at? In today's boxing, that's where. Because it's happening. But, you know, it was convenient. He was already on the card and everything. So they just slid him on up into the top spot. One of the top spots on the card. But still, man, come on. Man. You cannot have a man get knocked out one fight and come back fighting for the title in the next fight. You have to earn something. Fights, beat somebody first before you get a title shot? I guess not. Boxing is just crazy today, man. And that's why YouTubers like Jake Paul can step in there and be popular and do what they do in this sport because of bullshit like that that's going on in boxing with the real fighters. You know? When you look at that kind of dumb shit. A man get knocked out cold, now his next fight is for a title. That's why the YouTubers like Jake Paul and people can step in there and get the pop and be so popular with it because of dumb stuff just like that the boxing does. You know, that's why. Right there, perfect example, man. Come on, you don't have to earn nothing nowadays. You know, he's on the card for getting the title shot, but he just got knocked out. So what? You don't have to fight nobody to earn his way back up to the shot or nothing. Just put him in there. It's crazy. But hey, that's boxing. We love it. We still support it. But like I always say, we can still complain, damn it. because it's not right. It's just not right. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the building. Ooh, yeah, Bruce, I noticed that 666. Should have played that number. I might never get another one. Oh, look, I'll answer that later. Yeah, right on 666. And I've been on it a couple times. It went to 666, then it went back to 665. Now it's back to 666 again. What's up with that? YouTube. They take your subs up and down. They take your likes up and down. I hit the like myself one time, and then I went back in, and my own like was taken away from me. I had to hit it again. Yeah, YouTube plays games, man. They took my own like from me. I know I hit the like button. That's the first thing I do when I make this thumbnail. I went back in, it was gone. Yeah. But yeah, I'm on 666 subs, everybody. Yeah. I'm on 666 subs. As Bruce Gas pointed out. Yeah. But it's all good. Oh, you driving, Bruce? Yeah, be safe out there, bro. Yeah. It's pouring down, raining down here in Maryland. Yeah. I mean, pouring down. It wasn't so bad when I came in. I came in at like, was it after 12 something? Yeah. And it was not coming down. Now it's really coming down. Yeah. Oh, good. 667 now. Yeah, I see it. It'll be back at 666 by the time I get through this show. But yeah, salute to everybody. We're going to start in about 5 minutes. We're going to talk about Pro Box, and then we're going to have go to multiple weight. I got 10 multiple weight world champions we're going to talk about today. 10 of the top guys that's won titles in multiple weight classes. Used to be a big deal back in the day, but now you got 50 different belts, you know. I mean, everything's been washed down nowadays, you know. There's too much going on. Yeah. This sanctioning body has this rule, that one has that rule, this one don't like this one, that one don't like that. You can do this and that one, you can't do that. It is just too much. Too much. Then you got the promotional companies doing their thing. The state boxing commissions doing their thing. It's just too much, man. And I went over a show where the government had some kind of rules and stuff in place to oversee certain things, but they don't enforce it. You know, they really don't. Yeah. There's a department in the government that sets some standards for boxing to go by, but they don't, you know, don't pay attention to them. And they just get away with it, whatever they want to do. But they really need to step in there and keep an eye on the sport because it's out of control, man. The cheating, fights still get fixed. They said they got the mafia out of it in the 60s, but you still got the Bob Father, Don King, Mauricio in it. Bring the mafia back. You know, Mauricio, Don King, Bob, everyone. Damn. Probably was better off with the mafia running and stuff. Mm-hmm. Fights still get fixed. The one I always tell you about, George Kambosos and Maxie Hughes. Think that wasn't fixed? Predetermined what the result was going to be. Maxie Hughes wins the fight. George Kambosos gets his hand raised. Because, you know, Top Rank had the fight planned between Kambosos and Loma. And that's a bad person to plan ahead around George Kambosos. A bomb. Yeah. If we hadn't been for Teofimo, we would have never heard of him. And yeah, I call Kambosos a bum because I think I can get in there and beat him. Yeah. But all jokes aside, man, yeah, that fight was definitely fixed. Okay, Kambosos watched the man. Like 10-2. But I mean, Maxie Hughes washed him, but look, when Kambosos comes out the winner, he was the most surprised one in the building. But that's boxing. We love it. We're going to still support it. But like I said, we still can complain about it, right? Yeah. But this is a big week for boxing fans. I guess we got the final press conference tomorrow, right? For the, well, it's probably today for the Friday card. Final press used to be like a couple days, then the weigh-in the day before, yeah. I'm talking about the big one, though. Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora. I think Tszyu will chop him down. But it's in Vegas, so, yeah. Fundora just, all that height and reach he had over his opponents, he just gives it away, man. He wants to come inside and battle it out. But I heard he can't see too good because he does wear glasses, so I heard that was one reason why he don't fight from the outside, because of his bad eyesight. He got to be in close. Because, man, if he could stand out there outside with that reach and height he had, the advantage he have over everybody, man, wow. He could touch Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu wouldn't even be able to touch him. He could maintain that range, man. The Tower Inferno would be dangerous. Thomas Hill in the building. What's up, T. Hill? That's the mayor of YouTube in the building. Salute to Thomas Hill. Okay, we're gonna get into this pro box real quick. I just got 4 fights, and then we're gonna start on our show. Multiple world champions, and then after that, some brother combinations that boxed. I found 10 brothers. Yeah, they used to box. The Smits, the Klitschko's, the Quarries, Juan Manuel Marquez and Rafael Marquez, a few others. I'll put the Mayweathers. That's like a family, but the two, Senior and Roger, did both box, so the brothers. Yeah. I still don't know what Jeff Mayweather was. Did he box, or what is he, an uncle or Floyd's brother? I don't know what Jeff Mayweather is. Jory Faints, 757 in the building. Salute Jory Faints. Jory Faints was in the meeting Saturday. He's on the technological and analytical team with Ant McQueen and Remo. They can have that. But hey, we got some good people on it, so it's in good hands. I'm on the recruitment team. I'm in charge. Me and Jay Hardcore are in charge of going out, getting new people into the JBT. Always looking for new people, man. And the only requirement, you just have to love to talk boxing, that's all. We ain't asking much. Just have to love to talk boxing. Okay, let's love to talk pro box right now. 4 fights. It's pro box is always from the White Sands Event Center in Plant City, Florida. Somebody, Remo or Al Booker told me where it's Central Florida somewhere down there. Near something. I forgot. Yeah, Plant City, Florida. That's where it's always at. The White Sands Event Center. But everybody okay? It's Wednesday afternoon. Lonnie Lee will be in a couple minutes. Yeah. Yes. He's uncle. So he's brother of Floyd Sr. and Roger did, right? T. Hill. I don't know whether he was Floyd's brother or uncle. Okay. But he boxed too. Okay. So yeah, I got the Mayweather brothers included in the show. You talking about brothers, you can't forget the Mayweather. They almost, I know Floyd Sr. and Roger was pretty competitive. Yeah. Floyd Sr. went the distance with Sugar Ray. Roger. Roger had a big name back in the 80s, Roger Mayweather, yeah. And then they got the grandson, Floyd's grandson, What is he, 3 years old? Already got good feet. You see that? That's unbelievable, man. Throwing all the uppercut, the jabs, and the punch placement. Good feet at 3 years old. Everything, man. That was crazy. He can't be nothing but a boxer. And you know he had the desire. You see him when he was outside the ring, just eyes glued on the action in the ring, man. And yes, 3 years old, he already has good feet. Y'all seen that video. That was unbelievable, man. That was truly unbelievable. Floyd's grandson, man. Already. Okay. The main event is Joseph Adorno. He's going up against Nicholas Walters. Two familiar names down there at Pro Box. Yep. Now, tonight they meet in it's got to be a crossroads fight for these guys, man. They're fighting for the WBA Continental America's lightweight title. I guess that's just another way of getting some sanctioning fees. But yeah, crossroads fight. The winner will crash the lightweight rankings, while the loser probably have another rebuilding job on their hands if they want to go do it, because Adorno, he turned pro in 2016. He won his last fight. It was a 5th round knockout of Jonathan Perez. That was last November. But he's lost 2 out of his last 3, right? Okay, so that's what I'm saying, crossroads fight. Now, he was born in New Jersey, but he currently lives in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And Walters, the veteran Walters, he turned pro in 2008. So a loss now. But he's coming off a 2nd round TKO win over Reynaldo Esquivia last November. Now, the only loss of his career came to Lomachenko in 2016. But, a loss now would really set Nicholas Walters back. Because he was out there, boxing Loma on the top ranked card. Now he's on Pro Box, which isn't bad, but yeah. It's a long ways from boxing on Loma on the top ranked card. So a loss will really be a big setback for him. But Walters is from Jamaica, but he currently lives in Panama City, Panama. And the co-main is Jesus Sriracha versus Starling Castillo. That's a super lightweight. Now this is a 50-50 fight that could steal the show tonight, right? This fight is between 2 good fighters that neither one is used to losing. Both of them have only suffered 1 loss in their career, okay? Each has only suffered 1 loss. Sriracha turned pro in 2019, and he had a 3-fight winning streak going on before fighting to a draw in his last fight against Tariq Zana. That was last June. And he's from Mexico. Now, Castillo, he turned pro in 2017, and his last fight was a unanimous decision win over Esteri Suero. That was in last May. And he's from the Dominican Republic. Then we got Omar Ramirez going up against Clarence Booth. That's at lightweight. That's at lightweight. Ramirez looks to put himself back in contention for a big fight if he can get this win. And Booth is just trying to look for the upset. Ramirez turned pro in 2018, coming off a close majority decision loss to Francis Bartholomew, May of last year. Vaughn still resides in Brownsville, Texas. Booth comes in off 5 straight losses, okay? He lost his last fight in December to Calvin Davis. 8th round unanimous decision right here on Pro Box. Turned pro in 2011, veteran fighter. From Jacksonville, Florida. Currently lives in St. Petersburg, Florida. And finally, we have David Navarro going up against Justin Goodson. Featherweights, 126. Navarro is a former highly rated amateur standout. And this fight here is another fight on this card that could steal the show tonight. This could be the fight of the night. Okay, between these two guys. Because Navarro is coming in with 4 straight wins. His last fight was a unanimous decision over D'Angelo Fuentes last August. Born in Hemet, California, currently resides in Los Angeles. Turned pro in 2020. Now Goodson, he turned pro in 2021. He boasted a 100% knockout rate. 8 fights, 8 knockouts. So this one, keep your eye on this one. I think this might be the first one of the night. But this is going to be a good one. Goodson's last fight was an 8th round knockout over Rodolfo Hernandez Montoya last August. This will be his second scheduled 10-rounder from Duluth, Georgia. Currently resides in the ATL, Atlanta. So that one is the one I'm keeping my eye on. David Navarro and Justin Goodson, featherweight. Navarro comes in 4 straight wins. Goodson, 8 fights, 8 knockouts. And that's going to be early in the card. So, yeah, that might be the one tonight. So get there early tonight. Okay? So let's talk about these multiple division champions. Okay? That's what we're doing today. I gotta get me a drink of water. It's right here. Yeah. Water or cooler, one of them. I grabbed the water. I got both of them sitting right there. I grabbed the cooler next to. I meant to get the cooler, but I got the water. Okay, but let's go. Let's do this. What's the name of this show? Multiple weight champions. Right. Everybody all right today? Nobody came. There's Lonnie Lee in the building. Lonnie Lee hashtag JBT in the building. Over the hump day now, Lonnie Lee. Is all downhill from here. Plus we got Pro Box tonight. Then one more day. Then we got the big card Friday. The big one Saturday. Tim Tszyu and the Towering Inferno. And yes, like I said, we wanted it to be Keith, but it's not. So, hey, we got to deal with the Towering Inferno and Tim Tszyu. Towering Inferno burnt down in the movie, and it was Mendoza burnt it down too in his last fight, didn't it? Timber. That man fell. It seemed like he went down in slow motion. He had so far to go. You know, what is he? 6'7", 6'6"? Yeah. Mendoza chopped him down, and he just folded in slow motion. Like I think Tszyu is going to do the same thing to him. But yeah, multiple division champions. Okay, that's the king of the multiple division champion record right there on the screen, Manny Pacquiao. But remember, Amanda's right behind him, and Manny is retired, and Amanda is still active. So he can pass through 2 more weight classes. We'll be talking about Amanda as the one of the most in the most weight classes, divisions, with 9. Okay. Somebody else had 7 on the men's side, but I can't remember who it was. I talked about it the other day. Should have looked up before I started. Okay. Multiple division champions. This is 10 of the top multiple division champions today. Now, anybody come in? Nope. Though it's much more common these days with these in-between weight classes and many sanctioning body belts. One of the measures of greatness through the years has been whether or not a fighter could translate success at one weight into more titles, up or down the weight ladder. And while it's true that simply dominating one division and never leaving it, that is a great accomplishment too, particularly among heavyweights. Some of those viewed as the best fighters of all time at lighter weights have shown their stuff against challengers of all shapes and sizes. Okay? All shapes and sizes, not just one division. So let's get into it. The first one is we're going to go way back to the first 3-division champion. First ever man to win titles in 3 divisions was Bob Fitzsimmons. Way back there, like 1903 or something. We get ready to talk about Bob right now. And there he is. You can tell he fought a long time ago. Look at that stance. That's when they came out there, the referee said, toe the mark. And they came out there and told that mark. That's where they stayed for almost the whole fight, right there at that mark swinging. That's when George Dixon came along, and he was the smallest guy. And he got tired of towing that mark, slugging out those big guys. So he invented footwork and movement and all that stuff. George Dixon did, yeah. He said, I'm not going to stand there and toe no mark. So he started moving around. George just come out at the beginning of the round, toe the mark, and then he started, he invented foot. He was the first scientific boxer. Wrote a book on it in 1893. A lot of the things like the heavy bag and the mitts, jumping rope. George Dixon wrote a book on all that stuff way back in 1893. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. Now, Bob Fitzsimmons was a 3-division champion. He won the middleweight title in 1891, won heavyweight in 1897, and he won light heavyweight in 1903. He's the oldest one on this list, of course. He was a 3-division champ when being a 3-division champ was far more of an accomplishment back in them days. But like I said, now with all these different belts and sanctioning bodies and all this nonsense going on, it was a more big of a deal back. It's still a big deal, but it was more big of a deal back in those days. The Rise Podcast in the building. The Closer. Okay? 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. on Sundays. That's the last act of the day for the JBT. You always save the best for last. That's why we call them the Closer. Salute to the Rise Podcast. Talking about multiple weight division champions. That's the oldest one right there, Bob Fitzsimmons. First man to win titles in 3 different divisions. Okay? Middleweight, heavyweight, and light heavyweight. Now, in fact, he was the first one to pull off the feet. And he remained the only former middleweight champion to win a heavyweight title until Roy Jones did so in 2003. So he held that for over 100 years. He did it in 1897. He was the only one to go from middleweight to heavyweight until Roy Jones did it in 2003. Okay? And Fitzsimmons was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1990 in the inaugural class. That's when it originally opened, and a whole bunch of those old timers went into the hall at that time. Joe Louis, Sugar Ray, Bob Fitzsimmons, Jack Dempsey, all of them. Willie Pep went in 1990, the inaugural year of it, because they didn't even have a Hall of Fame to go into before that. And Bob Fitzsimmons was a small guy. He went all the way to heavyweight, but nowadays, the way the weight divisions are structured, he would be a super middleweight or a light heavyweight. Bob Fitzsimmons. Next up is going to be Alexis Arguello, talking about multiple weight world champion. Alexis Arguello is next. There's Alexis. Appreciate everybody for stopping by this afternoon. Oh, hump day. We on the way downhill now. Alexis Arguello. He had a total of like 97 fights altogether. Now, he was a 3-division. He had the featherweight title in 1974. He won junior lightweight in 1978. And then he won lightweight in 1981. 3-division guy. Alexis Arguello. Okay? Now, he was one of the staples of CBS boxing coverage in the early 1980s. He was always on the TV. Alexis was, yeah. He earned a lot of public acclaim through television appearances at lightweight. There was a big fight that between him and Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I saw that one live on TV. It was a 14th round TKO. Ray Boom Boom Mancini, he had his father there and everything looking on. Then he went up. That was at what weight was that? That must have been. Yeah, that was at lightweight. Okay. Yeah, 130. But then he went up and he had Alexis had featherweight, junior lightweight, and lightweight, right? He went to try to become 4-time to get junior welterweight 2 times, but he fell short both times against Aaron Pryor. Okay, couldn't get past Aaron Pryor. And Alexis could be troubled by boxers with fast feet in his prime, but that was one of his only flaws, right? But fell short in his bid to become a 4-time champion. Aaron Pryor kept him away from that. Yeah. Okay. Alexis Arguello. Okay, next will be the man on the screen. The Pac-Man himself. The man with the most divisions conquered. And I mean, back in those 2000s, he was going through those divisions like crazy, man. And where the PED talk came in, because Manny went through 8 divisions and he carried his power and everything with him every step of the way, man. So that's when people were like, come on, man, something got to be wrong. But he's never been proven of taking any kind of illegal substances. So hey, he gets credit for being an 8 division world champion, Manny Pacquiao. Just allegedly. That don't mean nothing. Okay. And his 8 divisions were. Okay, he had flyweight 1998, junior featherweight 2001, junior lightweight 2008, lightweight 2008. He got 2 in 1 year. Junior welterweight 2009, welterweight also got welterweight in 2009 too. Junior middleweight 2010, flyweight, junior featherweight, junior lightweight, junior welterweight, junior middleweight. That's 7. Bantamweight. I left bantamweight off, right? Okay. Bantamweight is in there too. So that's 8. But anyway, he went all the way from flyweight 112 to junior middleweight 154. That's the 8 weight divisions that he covered. Manny Pacquiao. Of course, Filipino. He was a favorite of the hardcore boxing fans, yeah, for his entertaining style in his early years. But then he became an international phenomenon with an unprecedented climb up the weight class ladder. Okay? Now, he hasn't always fought the premier fighters in a given division to capture his belt. You still can't deny his remarkable rise from flyweight dynamo to welterweight puncher. Now, devastating knockout loss to Juan Manuel Marquez in late 2012 raised doubts about his future. But he put those doubts to rest because he kept on rolling. He bounced back from that, kept on going. Got his big fight with Floyd after that, lost it, but definitely legendary. Manny Pacquiao, definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he's got a couple more years because he just retired in 22, fight against Ugas, and I believe it's 5 years you have to wait, right, to get into the Hall of Fame. So yeah, but he's definitely a first ballot. Like I said the other day, if Manny Pacquiao don't make it on first ballot, then they shouldn't even have no Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, Canelo. If I had it, say Canelo wouldn't get in nothing. He's not allegations, Remo. Canelo is a proven user. Proven. He took the test and had the stuff in his system. Now they raised the level up for him, but when he failed the test, the level had not been raised yet. He had too much in there. He's a proven cheater. Canelo is, yeah, proven cheater. Mm-hmm. So he don't belong in no Hall of Fame. They didn't let Barry Bonds and Pete Rose and Mark McGwire, all them guys in the Baseball Hall of Fame, did they? Because they use PEDs. So why should Canelo go in the boxing Hall of Fame? Right or wrong? Man, they didn't let those guys into baseball. So Canelo should not go into boxing. That's all I'm saying, man. Fair is fair. And they Congress called them guys in and everything. And why don't they do that for boxing? Get some of these cheaters like Canelo out the way. But that's all the case I'm making. All those guys didn't go in baseball. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, man. I done messed my slide presentation up. What the? Bear with me for 1 second, please. Merry Christmas. I don't know what I did. Running my mouth. Comments. Nothing is working. Oh boy, we might not hit those slides today. What the heck did I do? Let me leave this thing alone before. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay, now where were we? Manny Pacquiao. Next is, thank you for being with me. Henry Armstrong. Not you, Roy Jones. Henry Armstrong. 2, 3. Look, it is Henry. Here's Henry Armstrong. That's who's next. We'll be talking about multiple world champions. Henry Armstrong. Now, Henry was a 3 division. These are all mainly 3 divisions. Henry, well, no, because Manny was 8. Henry had the featherweight title in 1937. He had the welterweight title in 1938. Then in the same year, he went from welterweight back down to lightweight to capture that title, also in 1938. And guess what? He was the first man to hold 3 weight class titles simultaneously. Okay, so he had all 3 of them at the same time. But it says 37 for the featherweight. But I guess, yeah, he probably still had that in 38. So he had the featherweight, welterweight, and light welterweight all at the same time. The first man to hold 3 weight class titles at the same time. And the only man. Okay? And he will remain the only one for as long as modern sanctioning bodies dictate that champions give up 1 belt to defend another. Yeah, that's what you can't. I don't even think you can do that anymore. Hold titles in. Yes, you can, because I know Katie Taylor did it. She was the lightweight undisputed and junior welterweight undisputed. But Henry is the first and only man to do it so far. Okay. And he had those 3 belts before we started getting these tweener divisions like junior and super. It was only the original 8 weight classes. And he was the champion in 3 of them. That makes it even more amazing. Okay. We didn't have the 17 weight divisions. We only had 8 weight divisions, and this man was champion in 3 of them at the same time. So it was only 5 for anybody else to win the belts, and he had 3 of them sold up. That was before we had 50 different belts too, you know. Wow, that's amazing. And he narrowly missed winning a 4th one when his fight against a middleweight champion, Serafino Garcia, was judged a draw in 1940. So he was going for his 4th weight division, and he already had 3 of them of the 8. He would have had half of if he'd have won this one, but it was a draw. His perpetual motion style and good chin would have served him well against and frustrate opponents in any era. Henry Armstrong, isn't that amazing? 8 weight classes. He had the championship in 3 of them, and fell one very close fight short of having all the titles in half of the weight division at one time. Missed the 4th one. He fought to a draw. Wow, Henry Armstrong, amazing. That's why when I did my list of all-time best boxers overall, he was number 3 because of stuff like that. That is amazing, man. He had the championship titles damn near on lock now. Next is Floyd Mayweather, TBE. TBE. Floyd Mayweather. 50-0. He stopped at 50, right? Yeah. I believe he had like 26 knockouts. Floyd had junior lightweight, got that in 98. Lightweight, junior welterweight, and junior middleweight. Okay. 5 divisions. Yeah, Floyd had 5 divisions, right? Went from junior lightweight all the way up to junior middleweight. Floyd did. I think he won junior middleweight a couple times because I think that was Oscar 2007 one time. Oscar 2007, right? Yeah. I was thinking it was Oscar 2015, but that was Manny. Okay. Now, throughout his reign, he was always the top man in most legitimate pound-for-pound debates. Was Floyd. Began his career with an Olympic bronze medal in 1996, but cheated out of that. He was standing there. The referee had both him and the other guy's hand, getting rid of, and the judges said, and the winner, and the referee had Floyd's hand on the way up, and they said the other guy, they cheated Floyd at the Olympics, and the referee in the ring with him. Who would know better who won the fight? But the judges cheated for the other guy. But he actually had Floyd. The referee had Floyd's hand on the way up to raise it when they were saying it, and the winner. But then he had to put it back down. I saw that. I was like, look at that. Yeah. But Americans have a hard time in those throughout history in those international competitions. They've always cheated Americans. They cheated Evander in '84. They cheated Roy. Floyd, yeah, always have a rough time. Evander was fighting a guy from whatever the country the guy was from. The referee was from the same country. That should never happen in the Olympics. There's enough amateur referees where a fighter in the Olympics should not have a referee from the same country he's from. No way, man. That's ridiculous. Should never happen. Yeah, that's pound for pound there, Remo. That's what pound for pound is. Yeah. He held 3 championships in 3 different divisions at the same time. That's exactly what pound for pound is, right there. And that's from the king of the casuals, right? Okay. Yeah. Now, he became the champion in 4 different weight classes in a 5-year stretch between 2002 and 2007. Okay. Then he went back to 54. He fought Canelo at 54. I think that might have been a catch weight though. But Floyd Mayweather, fast hands, defensive prowess, ring generalship, and smarts make him a tough out for any of history's best fighters. Anybody. Floyd Mayweather would have been a tough out, right? This time is crazy. It's 57 already. Okay, next is Roberto Duran, a multiple division world champion. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow yet, but I think me and Miss Cass will come up with something. Miss Cass is the brains behind this. I just do the leg work. Okay, now next is Roberto Duran, the Hands of Stone. Roberto Duran. How's everybody doing this Wednesday afternoon? Okay. This is Cass Sports, the box story. I saw that lost one. Oh, excuse me. I appreciate everybody rocking with me. Cat Sports the Box Historian, member of the hashtag JBT. Find your new organization. Just Do Boxing, The Voice coming up next. I'm going to take you right up to The Voice. Slide on in there and get that great balanced boxing talk from Just Do Boxing, The Voice. But right now, we're talking about multiple division champions. And the man on the screen is Roberto Duran, the Hands of Stone. Now, Roberto he was a 4 division. He had the lightweight in 72. Then he moved up to challenge Sugar Ray for the welterweight because nobody could just give him a challenge at lightweight. I think it was like 8 straight years reign and that he just wasn't. So he moved up to challenge Sugar Ray. Won that in 1980. Sugar Ray took it back. Then he went to junior middleweight, won that 1983. 1989, won middleweight. Yep, so 4 division champion Roberto Duran. He was one of the fiercest fighters in any weight division. He was a menace and a terror at 135. Ooh-wee. He jumped from 135 to 147. Then he stopped at 140. And he bullied a then unbeaten Ray Leonard. Talked about the man's wife, and Ray Leonard came in and fought his fight and got his ass beat. Okay. Fought stupid. Like Tank said, Rolly was a dumbass fighter. That's how Sugar Ray fought Duran. Sugar Ray fought a dumbass fight and got beat, lost his belt. But he came back and took it. But that's a story for another day. But anyway, Duran jumped to 147, took Sugar Ray's belt and his O from him. Then his career seemed doomed when he just gave up in that rematch. But he resurrected his career, went back on to become champion again. Okay. Reinvented himself. Beat the mess out of Davey Boy at 154. Beat Iran Barkley at 160. And his skill was kind of underrated because, everybody thought he was a brawler and everything, but he had some good skills too, man. Like that Hagler fight, everybody thought it was going to be a brawl. Turned out to be a technical fight, man, between him and Marvin Hagler. Yeah. So his skills was underrated, right? But he was his persona was enough to unnerve his opponents. But he had a lot of skill. Yeah. Roberto Duran, the Hands of Stone. Next up is Sugar Ray Leonard. Come on, Sugar Ray Leonard. There he is. Sugar Ray Leonard. Palmer Park, Maryland. Okay. Now Sugar Ray had 5 divisions. He had the welterweight in 79, that was his first title. Junior middleweight in 81. Middleweight 87, that was the one with Hagler. He didn't deserve that one. He lost that. Then he ducked the second fight. Y'all know the story. Super middleweight in 1988 and light heavyweight in 1988. Okay. So he was a 5 division champion, Sugar Ray Leonard. Now he was the second best Sugar Ray though, because the original Sugar Ray was, best all time pound for pound. Okay. He never passed the original. But he was a superstar before he even stepped in the ring as a professional. Okay. When he got that first gold over in Montreal. But he got his first title 24 years old. 2 legendary fights with Duran. I just talked about him in the Duran profile just now. And a classic with Thomas Hearns. All that, I think it was before he was like 26 years old. But, he cemented his legacy when he came from retirement and shocked the world and beat Marvin Hagler. But he didn't really beat him. Okay, they cheated Hagler. Then he went up and got belts at 168 and 175. They less legitimate because who he fought against, man, up there. But he still got him. Yeah. 5 division champion. Earned every bit of it. And Sugar Ray was the type that he fought to the opposition. You know, performed his best against the best. Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah, the Sugar Man, T Hill. That's him. Next up is Thomas Hearns. Got 3 of the 4 kings in here. Hagler stayed at middleweight his whole career. Marvin was not a multiple division champion, but he was a hell of a middleweight champion. He ruled for 7 years. The man didn't have to go to no other weight classes. He kept that one belt for 7 straight years. Then they had to cheat him to get it from him. So yeah, Hagler didn't make the list because he stayed at middleweight his entire career. Okay, but he was a hell of a middleweight champion 7 years. While these guys were jumping up and down, winning belts in other divisions, Hagler held the middleweight belt all that time. While they was going from here, going to there, Hagler was at middleweight ruling. But Thomas Hearns, he was Thomas was a 6th division. Yeah, he had welterweight in 1980. Sugar Ray took that from him. Junior middleweight 1982. Light heavyweight 87. Came back down to middleweight 87. Went back up to super middleweight in 88. He even went to cruiserweight and won a belt in 1999. I did not know that. I'm learning too. I did not know that until this morning. Thomas Hearns won the cruiserweight championship in 1999. I always thought he was 5 division, but he was 6 because of that cruiserweight. How many people knew that? I didn't. I didn't know that until earlier this morning that he won the cruiserweight. Yeah, Thomas Hearns, 6 divisions. Now, in a comparison based solely on a given fighter's body of cross-divisional work, few can compare to Thomas Hearns. Fearsome puncher in his early days, before utilizing his superb boxing skills to engineer several later victories, like the one at cruiserweight. Now he's known for that bad right hand, but he had some serious boxing skills too. That jab, him and Holmes had the best jabs back around that time. Thomas Hearns and Larry Holmes, yeah. Knocked out Roberto Duran in the 2nd round. That was as vicious as any on a big fight level. And he outboxed Sugar Ray Leonard twice. The first time he was leading on all 3 cards. He got stopped in the 14th round. The second time, he got cheated again, got a draw. They cheated for Sugar Ray a lot because he was an All-American boy, Olympic gold medalist, all that. But yeah, they cheated against Hearns too. Hearns outboxed him twice, but Hearns got stopped in the last round. He's leading on all 3 cards. The second time, he got cheated. They called it a draw. But outboxed Sugar Ray twice. Okay. Only to be denied by the judges in a disputed draw. And the range between his titles is 43 pounds, from welterweight to cruiserweight, rivaled only by Manny Pacquiao. Okay, because Manny went from 112 to 154. Okay, among the multi-title greats. And what's that? 42 pounds? Wait a minute. No. 54. Yeah, 44. 42. So Hearns' range was 43, Manny's was 42. So Hearns was greater. 54 minus 12 is 42, right? Yeah. Hearns had a greater range than Manny. Manny just got more weight classes. Because when you're down in them small ones, you got like 3 pounds in between them. So, from 112 to 122, you got 4 weight classes, just 10 pounds. That's why Manny got so damn many. They need to drop some of those weight classes down there. That's too many. 4 weight classes within 10 pounds, ridiculous. Like I say, we love the sport and everything, but we can still complain. Okay, I'll complain enough for all of us. Y'all ain't gotta do no complaining. Just let me do it. Yeah. Bruce Gas said, "Be surprised to see the Hitman on my show soon." Oh yeah, I won't be surprised, Bruce Gas. I wouldn't be surprised who over there, Bruce Gas. That's where the box historian goes to get his history. Over there with Bruce Gas. So look for that. He said, don't be surprised to see the hitman over there soon. Okay, I'll be there. I will definitely be there. Next up is Roy Jones Jr. Roy was a 3 division. He had middleweight 93. I think. No. Yeah. Heavy super middleweight 94. And he had heavyweight 2003. Wait a minute. Roy was 4 division. Let me start over 4. I thought he was 4. I'm reading this wrong. Middleweight in 93, super middleweight in 94, light heavyweight 97, heavyweight 2003. He was the first man since Bob was a Kilpatrick from middleweight to heavyweight in over 100 years. Back in Fitzsimmons did it in 1897. Roy did it in 2003. Those are the only 2 to do it. 100 years in between them. Wow. Though he's better known to younger fans as a declining 40-something who won't let it go, Jones was far more than that. You know, while establishing himself as one of the sport's best over a decade plus. One-sided defeats of B-Hop, James Toney, Mike McCallum, Virgil Hill. Yes, one-sided of all those big names. That set a standard of athletic greatness. His 2003 defeat of 226-pound heavyweight title holder John Ruiz was his last truly spectacular moment in the ring. Now, the victory improved Roy to 48-1 as a pro and made him just the second ex-middleweight champ to win a heavyweight title. Bob Fitzsimmons, remember? Yeah, told you that. And of course, number 1 is Sugar Ray. Now, this wasn't like best to worst, but you got to put Sugar Ray 1 on anything you're doing when it comes to boxing. And there he is hitting the mongoose, Archie Moore. A young Sugar Ray there. And that's the mongoose, Archie Moore. Ray Robinson. Now, Sugar Ray was just 2 divisions. Welterweight, 46, and he got middleweight in 51. Because they didn't have all those tweeners. He would have been like 4 or 5. They would have had junior middleweight and super welterweight and junior this weight and that weight, but they only had the 8 main ones, and he conquered welterweight in 46 and middleweight in 51. Okay, now the measuring stick for a half century's worth of great fighters was Sugar Ray, right? The measuring stick, and the inspiration for a few that have followed him into the ring. Sugar Ray mixed pure boxing artistry with breathtaking one-punch power. He won the welterweight title as a 25-year-old before making the jump to middleweight and holding that division's title on 5 different occasions. Okay, 5-time middleweight titles. His rivalry with brawlers Jake LaMotta and Carmen Basilio are the stuff of Bull versus Matador legend. Carmen Basilio was a pallbearer at his funeral. Okay. I think Jake might have had passed before him. I'm not sure, but I know Carmen was. Let's see. I see some action going on in here. Bruce Gas. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, don't be surprised to see the Hitman. Yeah. Yeah, don't be surprised to see the Hitman on Bruce Gas's show, y'all. Soon, too. I'll be there. Remo says, Roy had a highlight tape brand deal, signature sneaker with Jordan brand. His rap singer. Y'all must have forgot. Okay. Okay, Remo. Yeah. His brawls with Jake LaMotta and Carmen Basilio are the stuff of Bull versus Matador legend. The only heat frustration kept him from capturing the light heavyweight crown in 1952. Yeah, he had to stop on his stool after 13 rounds of Joey Maxson. And Sugar Ray was way ahead on the cards at that time, but heat exhaustion got him. He couldn't continue. And guess what? The referee couldn't continue either. They had to change referees earlier, like a couple rounds before that. Right, Bruce Gas? Because of the heat that night in the ring. Before Sugar Ray succumbed to the heat, they had to bring in another referee because the first referee went down. And then in the 13th round, Sugar Ray went down to the heat. Yeah. He was far ahead on the cards. He was going for his third division light heavyweight. He would have had 3. Yeah. ESPN labeled Sugar Ray as the greatest fighter of all time. Yeah. Now I got something, brothers. Some brother combinations in the sport of boxing, okay? Let me get that ready for you. I'm going to take a drink first. What I want, the water or the cooler? The cooler. I done drank enough water for today. Plus, the cooler tastes a whole lot better. Yeah. Smirnoff Ice, screwdriver. I heard the Remo say I might as well be drinking a soda. I can read your mind through the chat. And I know you. Okay. Let me see. We're going to talk about some of these brothers combinations in our great sport we love called boxing. I got that from Jay or the Ride, one of them, I can't remember. It said a great sport we love called boxing. They don't mind me saying it. What did I say we was doing? Oh, the brothers. I told you I'm old, man. I can't remember now. Yeah, we have some good brothers too. The Mayweathers, Senior, Floyd Senior, and Roger. Jeff T. Hill just put me down with Jeff Box too. Walmart Marquez and his little brother. What was his brother's name? Rafael Marquez. Yeah, pretty good. Can't forget the Klitschko's. The Spinks. Remember them? Leon and Michael. Leon beat Muhammad Ali. Muhammad underrated him and came in there all big and out of shape and got beat. I saw that. My father loved that. As he came charging out of their bedroom after the fight, laughing at me and rolling around on the floor. I remember that night. That was 1978. I was getting ready to go in the military. Yeah. But when I went into the military, Muhammad got it back later that year. Yeah. Bruce Gass remember all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but Leon beat him. Then Muhammad corner tried to say he was drinking out of a black bottle in the corner. Then he just beat your butt, Muhammad. Stop it. If you're taking something illegal, why would you put it in a black bottle? That's obvious. Right. He said the man was drinking something out of a black bottle. Right or wrong? Taking something illegal, why would you put it in a black bottle? Wouldn't that make it noticeable? Yeah, that man just beat Muhammad. He gonna come up with that excuse. He had something in a black bottle over there drinking it. That's why I lost. That little young guy. No, it wasn't. He just beat you, Muhammad. Leon was the champion for like a few months. Never got it back. He can say he was champion. And then that same year, the WBC had 4 different champions in 4 months. Isn't that something? 4 champions in 4 months. Okay. First they had Muhammad Ali. Then Leon took it from him. Then the WBC stripped Leon because he wouldn't fight Ken Norton. They gave it to Ken Norton. That's the 3rd one. Then Larry Holmes beat Ken Norton. 4 champions in 4 months. It was crazy, man. And me and Bruce Gass lived through that crazy. But that was the golden era of the heavyweights, the 70s. That was the golden era. Okay, let's talk about our brothers. Okay. I got a speech for you. Where is it? Oh, there it is. No, that ain't it. Yes, that is it. 10 successful brothers in boxing. Okay? Now, when Vitaly Klitschko stepped away from boxing, it ended more than a decade-long reign at the top of the heavyweight division for him and his younger brother, Vladimir, something like that. The time the Klitschko brothers spent as de facto champions remains a unique era in the sport's history. Now, even at 40, Juan Manuel Marquez was still looking to add to the great legacy he had established with his younger brother, Rafael, over the past couple of decades. Brothers grow up fighting and playing together, so it shouldn't be unusual that they sometimes follow each other into professional boxing. Now, no, the Charlo brothers are not included on my list. I know I had some active fighters on my switch hitters list yesterday, but today is back to the former guys, okay? So no, the Charlo brothers ain't on here. Okay, but the Klitschko brothers is. And first, let me go down. Okay. First is you know them, Mikey and Robert Garcia. I see something, brothers. Well, I thought I saw something. Remember that? I see something. Robert Garcia said, I see something too. Then it was, we thought we saw something. You saw Earl piecing his ass up in the arena. That's what I saw. I don't know what they saw, but that's what I saw. I saw Mikey getting pieced up in there. They ain't never like Earl ever since. We gonna say I'm over here sipping pop. What you say, Rima? So I got my Mountain Dew out. But yeah, I see something, brother. So I thought I saw something. Mikey and Robert Garcia is the first brothers. Okay. Now, when Mikey Garcia beat Orlando Salido for the WBO featherweight title in January of 2013, he was just carrying on a family tradition because his older brother and trainer Robert reigned as the IBF Super Featherweight Champion in 1998 and 1999. Now, the older Garcia went on after that to become a top trainer in the sport. His boxing academy in Oxnard, California has attracted stars and prospects from around the world. Okay. Now, Mikey went on to become a two-division world champion. He was an intelligent and dangerous puncher who turned into a superstar, right? The Garcia brothers, Mikey and Roger. Damn it, I'm getting ready to do the Mayweathers. I'm talking about them already. Mikey and Robert, the I see something brothers. Or I thought I saw something. Brothers, okay? Next, we have the Mayweathers. Roger, Floyd, Jeff, Floyd Sr., the Mayweathers. But that's Floyd Sr. and Floyd Jr. there. Now, it's no mistake that Floyd Mayweather Jr. developed into a pound-for-pound superstar. Floyd was the boxing equivalent of a prodigy like Mozart. He was raised around the sport in the shadow of one of boxing's greatest families, just like his grandson doing now. They down to what? Third generation now. Floyd Sr. was a crafty welterweight contender in the 1970s and 1980s. Jeff was a fringe contender at lightweight in the 1990s. Roger was the best of the trio, winning world titles in two divisions, all right? All three brothers are respected for their boxing knowledge and have had success as world championship level trainers, okay? The Mayweathers. Next up, who is that? Okay, that's the Querrys. The Querry brothers, Jerry, Mike, and Bob Querry. Back from they fought in the golden era of the heavyweight, back in the 70s, yeah. Yeah, these brothers fought back there with Ali, Norton, Foreman, Frazier, yeah. And they fought most of those guys, man, yeah. Jerry, Mike, and Bob Querry, there they are. The famed Querry brothers were known for their toughness and heart qualities that made them popular with the fans. Yeah, they were fan-friendly fighters, definitely. Undersized heavyweight in the golden era of the 1970s, Jerry was the most popular. He was an intelligent and aggressive counterpuncher with a durable chin. Yeah, Jerry had a chin. He's just like Ernie Shavers yesterday and Ron Lau. Jerry is another one of those that's considered one of the best fighters to never win a title. Now, any other era, all three of those guys would have had titles. Jerry, Corey, Ron Lau, Ernie Shavers, but they fought in the golden era. Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Holmes, all them guys, man. Holmes came toward the end of it. Norton. So any other, this era here, they would probably be multiple world champions. I mean, had like 2 or 3 different belts, but they fought in that era. It was hard. Younger brother Mike was a top contender at light heavyweight. Managed by their hard-nosed father James, the two brothers engaged in sparring sessions that were legendary for their intensity and likely contributed to both men later being diagnosed with severe dementia. Okay, and they said that came from some of their sparring sessions with each other, right? Not the fights. From these two brothers sparring. They were some tough brothers, and the father was the trainer, right? Ain't that something? They say the sparring with each other likely contributed to their severe dementia that both suffered from. Youngest brother Bob, he was a sub 500 journeyman in the late 1980s and early 1990s, who was most notable for losing by stoppage to Tommy Morrison and Jimmy Ellis. Okay, there they are, the Corey brothers. Next up is Tommy and Mike Gibbons. I couldn't find a picture of them together, so I just made a picture of each of them. Okay. Everybody okay this afternoon? Pulling up on 3:30. We got a half hour before the voice steps in and takes over. I'm going to take you right up to the voice. It's 4:00 p.m. But this is Tommy Gibbons here. That's his brother Mike. I couldn't find a picture of them together, so just made them separately. Read halfway, I'll put Mike back. Tommy and Mike Gibbons. Neither of the Gibbons brothers ever won world championships, but they fought during an era when world titles meant something. Big words there. Merely to be a contender in the early years of the 20th century was a tremendous accomplishment. You're right, just being a contender. Nowadays, look what's going on now. Sebastian Fedorov just got his ass knocked out. Now he's fighting for a title in his next fight. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. Just being a contender back when these guys fought meant something. Nowadays, it don't mean nothing. You can get knocked out and then fight for a title in your very next fight. That's watered down shit there. It's ridiculous. But we love it. But like I always say, we can complain about it. I'll do enough complaining for everybody, okay? Yeah, but in the earliest, when they fought, just being a contender was an accomplishment. But nowadays, man, there's no such thing as a contender. I mean, you get knocked out and fight for the title. You don't have to beat nobody to redeem yourself for nothing. Just give him a title shot. What did he do in his last fight? He got knocked out. Okay, you still give him a title shot. Get out of here, man. That's, like I said, that's why Jake Paul and the YouTubers step in and get the attention they get. They just stepped in the void. That's they're not giving us the fight we want. We don't want to see nobody fighting for a title that just got knocked out. Come on, man. Put somebody in there that deserves it. But he was on the card, I know, and it's convenient, but still, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. Fighting out of Minnesota, the brothers were skilled technicians. Mike was a main event fighter at welterweight and middleweight, engaging in some notable battles with the legendary Harry Grebe. Yep. Light heavyweight Tommy also battled with Grebe, as well as Gene Tunney and Jack Dempsey. He is the only fighter to ever last 15 rounds with Dempsey. Tommy, that's Tommy right there. Only man to go 15 rounds with Jack Dempsey. Okay. Yeah. Only man. Next up, Gene, Don, and Jay Fulmer. Now that's Gene there. I couldn't find nothing with Don and all them, so hey, I put the oldest up there. Gene. Oh no, not y'all. Put the oldest brother, Gene. right? To represent the family. Take another drink of my pop, Remo. I'm just mad because you ain't got one over there. Okay. The Fulmer brothers. Fulmer. Ant McQueen in the building and BN Boxing News in the building. Yes, gentlemen, we talked about multiple weight champions today, and now we're talking about some brothers combinations that fought. You know, we did the Mikey and Robin Garcia, the I See Something brothers, or I Thought I Saw Something brothers. The Mayweathers, Roger, Floyd Sr., Jeff. We did the Quarries, the three Quarry brothers, the Gibbons, Tommy and Mike, and now we're on the Fulmer brothers. But salute to Ant McQueen and BN Boxing News in the building. Okay. Salute. Ain't seen you for a couple of days, BN Boxing News. Good to see you again, my brother. Let's look at these Fulmer brothers. Fulmer, Fullmer. I couldn't find a picture of them together, so I put that's the oldest brother on the left to represent the family, Gene. Okay? So isn't that the thing to do? Just let the older brother represent him? Yeah, so that's what I did. That's Gene. Now, Gene Fulmer was a two-time middleweight champion during an era when the division was stacked with all-time greats. He captured the belt the first time by defeating pound-for-pound king. Guess who he beat? Sugar Ray Robinson. That man right there beat Sugar Ray in 1957. An old Sugar Ray now, but he beat him. He beat him. That's how he got the title. He beat Sugar Ray. Now, Robinson came back and took the belt from him, knocked him out in a rematch. Okay. But he did beat him. Now, Gene won it a second time after Robinson had vacated it. This time he stopped Hall of Famer Carmen Basilio in 14 rounds. This man got Sugar Ray Robinson and Carmen Basilio on his record as victim. Gene Fulmer, y'all, that's him right there on the left. Sugar Ray Robinson and Carmen Basilio on his resume as wins. Okay, two legends, not just Hall of Famers, legendary Hall of Famers. Okay, now his younger brother Don, a middle brother, followed in Gene's footsteps and was a ranked contender at middleweight and light heavyweight during the 1960s. Now he challenged twice for the world title at middleweight. Okay, didn't win it, but he had two challenges. Now the youngest, no. Don was the youngest. This one here, Jay, is the middle brother. I don't know why they should have put the middle brother second, talking about him. But Jay was the middle brother. He compiled a 120 lost 5, 2 draws record during a brief career at lightweight and welterweight. Okay? So the older brother had the most success. He was the only champion of the bunch. He got Sugar Ray Robinson, Carmen Basilio on his record, and the middle brother fought for championship titles twice at middleweight, lost, and the younger brother, he had a brief career. Okay. Now we got the Norris brothers, Terry and Olin Norris. I know y'all heard of him. Them. There's Terry on the left. The more famous of the brothers, Terry on the left, Olin on the right. Just Do Boxing in the building. The Voice. Coming up in about 25 minutes. I'm going to take you right up into The Voice, okay? That's how we do it in the JBT. Just Do Boxing salute. You've been listening. We're talking about, we did the multi-weight champions. Now we're talking about some brothers. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to start the decade. I changed the decade show to next week. Start out fresh at the beginning of a week, right? But Friday is going to be the Eastern Assassin, Larry Holmes. Don't miss that. But Terry and Olin Norris, the Norris brothers, like I said, that's Terry on the left, okay? Olin on the right. Now, Terry Norris was a 3-time world champion at junior middleweight, okay? He won the belt 3 times at junior middleweight. He captured the WBC version of the title in stunning fashion in 1990 when he stopped John the Beast Mugabe. I remember that. And guess what? It was in the first round. shocked the world. You think Ali shocked the world when he be listening? Terry North shocked the world when he stopped the Beast in the first round, man. 1990, yeah. Now, he was extremely fast and athletic fighter. Kind of like a Roy Jones a little bit. He was before Roy. Norris never fought Roy, I don't think. And Norris beat the legendary Sugar Ray Leonard by one-sided decision in 1991. Sugar Ray had no business still in there. That was right before Sugar Ray got stopped by Hector Camacho. First, Terry Norris beat him one-sided, and then Hector Camacho stopped him. Then Sugar Ray went on about his business. But yeah, Terry Norris got John the Beast Mugabe, first round knockout. One-sided went over legendary Sugar Ray Leonard on his resume. Other notable wins came against Meldrick Taylor and Donald Curry, so some good names. Now, one of the top fighters of his era, Norris was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2005. Now, his older brother, Orland, was an amateur standout, winning a National Golden Gloves championship. Despite being undersized, he was a contender at heavyweight, fighting some of the top stars of his era. He was a world champion at cruiserweight, had the WBA belt. Excuse me. Didn't win the title at heavyweight, but he got it at cruiserweight, where he should have been anyway. He was very undersized for heavyweight, but he tried his hand. Next is the Galaxy Brothers. I'm not even gonna try their first names, okay? I'm not even gonna do it to myself or y'all. But I'll put their first names in the chat. How about that? They was down there. Oh, come on, Cass. There's everybody. This is a big week, man. Pro Box tonight. We got the two cards. We got a card Friday. Oscar Valdez and the Seniesa Estrada is putting her. I think Oscar Valdez is Liam Wilson, right? Seniesa Estrada is going up for the undisputed at 105 strawweight, and then a lot of young stars on the card. Raymond Tyler, one of Fernando's sons, Fernando Vargas' sons. I think it's Emiliano this time, the younger of the two fighters. But he's got like 3 sons fighting, but this one is Emiliano. And then Richard Torres, up and coming heavyweight over there, Top Rank. Yeah, Top Rank got those young stars. Did I say Raymond Murray Tyler? There they go, those two brothers. I'm not gonna butcher their first names up. Last name is Galaxy. And then third is Debicki. Tim Zula, like I said, I know we wanted Keith, but it's not Keith, it's Samandora, the Towering Inferno, who just got knocked out. But hey, he was on the card. They just slid him up. But the one we waiting for is Rolly and Pitbull. That's the one I'm waiting for. And then Lara, we got 3 championship fights on that card. Yep. So big weekend for boxing. I did the Pro Box preview like I always do on Wednesday, Pro Box week. And we're going to talk about the fights tomorrow. What happened tonight? Okay. Let's talk about the Galaxy Brothers now. There the names are in the chat. I'm not even going to attempt it. Nope. I don't even know how to start. But despite competing at super flyweight and virtually never fighting outside of Asia, the first one, of Thailand, managed to become an international sensation despite the 1980s, thanks to his explosive knockout power. He never fought outside of Asia, okay? Highlights of his work on shows like ABC's Wide World of Sports hooked boxing fans of that era on the Thai Tyson. That's what they call him, the Thai Tyson. That's the first one. See in the chat. Mm-hmm. It's intriguing to speculate on how his reputation might have developed in today's YouTube era. Originally a successful professional Muay Thai fighter, yeah, that's how they did it over there. He transitioned to Western boxing and thrived. He defended his WBA title 19 times, winning 16 of those fights by knockout. Okay? Defended his strap 19 times, won 16 by knockout. Don't have my calculator over here again. That knockout rates fascinate me. That's over there on the other side. Now, which one was that? Yeah. Now, although he was the biggest star in the family, his twin brother, the second name in the chat, was a two-time world champion in the bantamweight division. Okay? Yeah. They both had titles. Okay. Yeah. Running down here. Nakes. Y'all know them. Yeah, the Spinks brothers. Young Spinks brothers. Michael and Leon Spinks. The Spinks brothers first achieved fame as members of the legendary U.S. Olympic boxing squad of 1976. 76, 80, and 84 was three of the best men's Olympic teams ever, man, from the U.S. 80 didn't get to go because of politics, but remember 84 had that night of gold in Madison Square Garden? Four of those gold medalists started their career off at the same night in the Garden, professional career. Yeah. I know Sweepy was one of them. I can't remember the other three. That was Vic Taylor? I can't remember. But yeah, night of gold. But the legendary U.S. Olympic boxing squad of 1976, both of these guys were members of it, along with Sugar Ray Leonard, Howard Davis Jr., and Leo Randolph. Howard Davis Jr. and Leo Randolph didn't pan out too good in the pros. Both brothers came home from Montreal with gold medals. Okay, what was that? 5 gold medals from that team. The Spinks brothers, Sugar Ray Leonard, Howard Davis, Leo Randolph. Howard Davis got Boxer of the Olympics, the outstanding boxer that year. Both of them came home from Montreal with gold medals. The older brother, Leon, shot to stardom, first defeating Muhammad Ali in just his 8th professional fight to capture the heavyweight crown. I just talked about that. Now, Ali was in serious physical decline at that time, but Ali won the rematch, but Spinks still can say he had it and they beat him. Muhammad Ali's name is on his record. And when people in the future look at his record, it's not going to say Muhammad Ali was in serious physical decline. It's just going to say Muhammad Ali on his boxing record. It's not going to say nothing about what kind of shape Ali was in. So he's on there. Now, Leon's career would eventually be a disappointment as he devolved into a 26 wins, 17 losses, 3 draws, journeyman. Wow. Still, to have won a 15-round fight against the great Ali ever, even at that point in his career, gives a glimmer of what Spinks' true potential might have been, right? Now, younger brother, Michael, was ultimately the greatest professional in the family. He easily ranks among the top 10 light heavyweight champions of all time, easily. He eventually captured the heavyweight crown from Larry Holmes and retained it in the rematch. And when he first went up there, it wasn't so, what was it, Mike Tyson got him out of there in 90 seconds or something? Yeah, Mike got him out of there in 90 seconds. Now, I think Holmes actually won both of those fights, man. Yeah. Mike took it for Spinks, and then the rematch, he beat him again. But I think Holmes won both of those fights, man. Yeah. Get a chance, watch it. Michael Spinks, Larry Holmes back in the 80s, heavyweight. But the fact that Spinks was able to adjust his style and fight as well as he did at heavyweight is a credit to his talent and intelligence as a fighter. Yeah. But he still lost. All right. The Klitschko's. The Klitschko's. There they go. There's 2 more to go. And it's almost quarter up. Here's the Klitschko's. Vitaly and Vladimir Klitschko. Okay. Now, they might not be extremely popular with North American fans, and the era that they competed in has been one of diminished talent. definitely. But the Klitschko brothers still deserve credit for what they have accomplished in boxing, no doubt. Together, they ruled the heavyweight division for an entire decade, man, remember? And younger brother Vladimir may very well have been Vladimir had a few years of supremacy left after Vitaly left. So over a decade, right? In my opinion, older brother Vitaly was clearly the greater of the two. Yeah. 6'8" giant who enjoyed fighting. He lost just twice during his career. Once when he injured his shoulder, and once when he was stopped on cuts in a fight he was winning against Lennox Lewis. Okay? Remember that one? Thus, he took the fight on short notice. And Lewis later retired, leaving millions of dollars on the table rather than fighting a rematch against Klitschko. Mm-hmm. You've been in that ring, you know, just like Sugar Ray ducked Marvin Hagler for the second fight, you know. Mm-hmm. Because Klitschko was beating Lennox on all three cards at the time of the stoppage on the cut. Okay. Now, younger brother Vladimir, he's been famously stopped on 3 occasions by all kind of like no-name guys, man. But on all 3 occasions, stopped on 3 occasions. Okay. And under the guidance of elite trainer Emanuel Stewart, Klitschko developed a perfect style for his height, employing one of the best jabs in the business in the history of the heavyweight division to set up that right hand. Yeah, remember that? He had that jab where we kind of, at the end, like twisted, come in like a hook with it. Remember that jab he had? Kind of like turn it, throw it, turn it. Almost like a jab hook. Never seen nobody else do that before or since then, man. Yeah. And last, certainly not least. What's the Klitschko? Oh, yeah. The Marquez, but I got 2 different pictures of them because I couldn't find one together. Juan Manuel and Rafael Marquez. 2 successful careers for these 2 brothers, too, man. Mm-hmm. Now, both of them was guided since they were very young by Hall of Fame trainer Nacho Beristain. Juan Manuel and Rafael Marquez are the most talented pair of brothers. I don't know about all that. To ever compete in the sport, nah. But they were pretty good now. Could be too. You make a good argument for them being the best. Older brother Juan has been the biggest star of the 2. His 4-fight rivalry with Manny Pacquiao has been the most important boxing series of this century, of the 2000s. And Marquez has won titles in 4 divisions and is viewed by some as the greatest fighter to ever come out of Mexico, including me, Juan Manuel Marquez, not Canelo or Julio Cesar Chavez. I picked Juan Manuel Marquez as the baddest thing to come out of Mexico. Still was in there 40 years old, man. 40 years old. They thought him and Manny was going to fight for a 5th time, but they never made that fight. Yeah. Now, his younger brother, Rafael, did he ever get in the Hall of Fame? I'm not sure. He had a fierce rivalry with Israel Vasquez. Produced 3 of the most exciting fights of this century. But I got to check on that, see if Rafael got in the Hall of Fame. I think he definitely had a Hall of Fame caliber career. Juan Manuel Marquez's little brother, Rafael. Okay, there you have it. The multiple world champions and some of the great brothers combinations we had in boxing. Yeah, and we had some good ones. But yeah, I think Juan Manuel is about the best thing to come out of Mexico. Not Canelo, because Juan Manuel was consistent. He didn't do no ducking. Okay, he fought the best guys in his era. Okay. Without hesitation. Shoot, his little brother Rafael was better than Canelo. I'm not saying better, but as far as their careers, fights and all that stuff. No kind of cherry picking, ducking, none of that nonsense, man. Okay, they got in there and fought. Yeah, but I wouldn't say they the best brother combination. Who would I call that? Oh man, I don't know. That's rough. I would say the Klitschko's. Yeah. For best brother combination, I would say the Klitschko's. Yeah. Y'all agree? Yeah. The Klitschko brothers. I would have them number one if I was doing it like that. But I appreciate everybody. Tomorrow be another Cast Sport Fit 2. Bringing some more boxing history from former, great, whatever list of something. I always come up with something. Don't forget Friday is Profile Day, and it's the Eastern Assassin himself, Larry Holmes. Don't miss that one. I got a good one for you Friday. Yeah. Larry Holmes. Best left jab in the history. Larry Holmes. If it's not him, it's Thomas Hearns, but I think it's Larry Holmes. The guy we just talked about, Vladimir, had a good one too. Ranks up there too. Vladimir Klitschko, yeah. Great jab. I'm gonna do tomorrow might be on jabs. You know that? I just got an idea. Tomorrow might be on the best jabs. Okay? That is a good subject, ain't it? Yeah. Yeah. See? Because I was going to be doing the decade history shows, but I'm going to start that next week fresh. So I'm going to try to do 2 each day so we get through it in 1 week, you know. But yeah, tomorrow might be on jabs. Some of the best jabs in the history of boxing. Yes, sir, I got it. Yeah. Yeah. That's what tomorrow will be. Some of the top jabs in the history of our sport. But yeah, we got Pro Box tonight. Then we got the big top rank card Friday, headlined by Oscar Valdez. I think he's fighting Liam Wilson, right? And we got the co-main is Seniesa Estrada versus Jocasta Vale, 105 undisputed fight. Saturday, well, there's a whole bunch of youngsters first. We got one of the Vargas sons, Emiliano, Raymond Murray, Tyler on the card, man, Richard Torres, and other young top right fighters on there. Then Saturday, of course, is the biggie, Tim Tszyu, the Towering Inferno, Rolly and Pitbull. That's the one I'm waiting for. That's the one we all waiting for then. I got Rolly. I just think, I'm saying the height and reach advantage is going to be a lot, but Pitbull is used to it. He's always the shorter guy. I ain't going to say smaller because Pitbull is solid. He's always the shorter guy. Even against 5'5" Tank. Pitbull was one of the only times Tank wasn't the shorter guy in this fight. Against Pitbull, Tank was the taller guy. So Pitbull is used to it, fighting the bigger guys. Rolly is a big one. And look how much trouble he had with that guy, that last guy he fought. Rolly's not the boxer that guy was. What was the guy's name, remember? Gave Pitbull a headache, and the guy had a beard on him too. Pitbull was tagging him, but that guy wasn't going nowhere. You know what I'm talking about? Pitbull's last fight. I think the guy was a southpaw. Pitbull got frustrated and started fighting dirty, remember? Yeah. I can't think of the guy's name, but yeah. So, I don't know. I got Rolly. But I'll be at the Crow Show in the Hangout Sunday, so if I'm wrong, y'all can get me. Whoever got Pitbull. Right? But we had another great hashtag Let's Talk Fashion this morning. Anybody haven't checked it out? Check it out. Remo did his thing again. Had a great special guest who made it clear that Remo was never NBA material. That's what the guy said, and he knew he was with you around that time, Remo. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just repeating what I heard from somebody that was with you. He said you wasn't NBA material, man, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I was, but I hurt my knee. No. Y'all ain't got to go to and say I wasn't, so I was. Yeah. But yeah, another Cast Sports hidden toward the history books. Yeah, check out that hashtag Let's Talk Fashion this morning. It's fire, man. Always fire. I'm gonna watch it a couple more times, but now we got a whole week to wait. But tomorrow is going to be on some of the top jabs, some of the guys fighting with the top jabs in the history of our sport. So don't miss that, but that's going to be good. I'm giving a start on it right now. It's crazy, man. I finished one show and just start on the next. I got to stop that. There's other things to life than this boxing. Is it? But yeah, it is. But that's what tomorrow is going to be. Friday is the Eastern Assassin, Larry Holmes. And we got like 5 minutes. The Voice is going to take over these airwaves. And don't forget, Jay Hardcore spins the block at 8. The Rise podcast closes it down at 9. That's why we call them the closer. Okay? And I'm going to see y'all somewhere again along the way. Probably in Just Do. That's where I'm headed. Y'all ain't going to leave me over here by myself and run over to The Voice. I'm going too. Okay? Just Do Boxing, The Voice. Me and Boxing News. Ant McQueen. The Rise Podcast, The Closer. Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT. Jury Faints, 757. Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT, the mayor of YouTube. Bruce Gads Boxing, Jazz, and more. Just dropped some news on us today. He said, look for the hitman Tommy Hearns over there on his show soon. Okay. I'm looking forward to that. Al Booger. Remo. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. Hashtag JBT. Dropped another good one on us this morning. A blend of fashion, sports, entertainment, and life. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. And Mike Masick and Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. And y'all know we couldn't do it without her. Salute to Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. The brains behind this Cass Sports operation. Okay? And I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate everybody continuing to rock with me. I'm trying to grow. Part of this JBT. And don't forget, we got another meeting Saturday. We hope we can get a few more people in this one. We still got some positions to fill. Okay? I'm a part of the recruitment team, me and Jay Hardcore. We covered big time in the technological and analytical department. Remo and Ant McQueen and Joy Faints. We definitely got that covered. Big time. No worries in that. Yes, sir. But I'll see y'all somewhere else along the day. But anyway, have a good day. This is Cass Sports. I'm out of here. See y'all.